Hi, my name is Elise Anna Harris. I want to wish and I pray that you all had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I want to give a shout out this day, the second day of January 2026. If you are watching from the United States, Germany, or anywhere in the world, you're not alone. I'm a breast cancer survivor, sharing hope and trust and real life experiences. For anyone who is walking this journey, you are not alone. I wanted to share with you today's topic. Today's topic is things that no one tells you about breast cancer treatment. Please, would you share with me where you watching this video from? What has been your experience? Are you currently going through treatment? Let me know. Put that in the group. Again, today's topic, things that no one tells you about breast cancer. And I wanted to just share with you some images. Again, the key things. It says the key thing. I'm saying the key things. The key things you need to do after breast cancer treatment. I'm going to tie that in with breast cancer. Again, with no one tells you things about breast cancer. Also, two, to remind you that you are strong, beautiful, and wise. And don't let anyone try and prove you're wrong. You are beautiful inside and out. And finally, you are strong, you are powerful, you are enough. And let's begin with some of the things that no one tells you about breast cancer. Experience, what state or what country are you listening, or how did you find my video, YouTube video? Again, I have first thing I wanted to share with you. Treatment can feel harder than diagnosis itself. That I can agree on. Personally, having had chemo twice, and again, it depends from what the oncology doctor told me, the type of cancer that you had. So that again, that comment I agree on. The second time I had to have chemo, the cancer was more aggressive. It was stronger. It had to be to fight the cancer. Considering the alternative, when you're in a war, when you're in a battle, you do have some injuries. And again, I agree with that statement. The treatment sometimes is harder than the diagnosis itself. The fatigue isn't being tired. Again, fatigue isn't being tired. Number three, your body may not feel like your own. Sometimes with the surgeries that you've had, you look in the mirror and you just look and just, you shake your head. But again, considering the alternative, many people, by me being diagnosed with cancer 3 times, some have died the first time, some have died the second time. And by me having, I've had it, I thank God I am healed. It does not feel like my own. As far as chemo brain, I do find myself forgetting a lot. And I took a vitamin supplement that I thought it was going to help me remember more, but when I took it to my doctor, Basically, she said all it is a fancy vitamin. So to this, I took it last year and then I just stopped taking it. So I don't even bother with it. I just try and do things to help me with my memory. Do I still forget? Of course. So just make little sticky notes, a reminder, put things on the calendar. Hair loss can be emotionally traumatic. Again, the first time I had chemo, my hair did come out and it did grow back. It's traumatic seeing the pictures and you at myself that I have, and I look at them, and it's just like wow. And again, that is traumatic. And the second time I had chemo, my hair came back and it grew back, came out rather, and it grew back. Um, Having had cancer, being part of the cancer community, this is a club that no one wants to be a part of. Your relationship may change if you're married, and that I really can't comment too much on. Um, but it shouldn't. I know the relationship sometimes changes with your friendship. Some people, when you tell them you had breast cancer, they will ghost you. Ghost cancer ghosting. That right there, I've heard of many, some survivors. They found out who their true friends were when they were going through the cancer treatment. They left them. And going through, if it's not cancer, some life altering health event, you need all your family, your friends with you, and your faith will be challenged as well. You may grieve the old you. And I look at pictures of the old me and the new me. And I look at the old me, and just looking, I could just tell um, things have changed on the inside of me. I am definitely not the same. Side effects are temporary, are always temporary. That I'm going to disagree with, because the last chemo that I had, as a result, I ended up getting arthritis in my right knee. So when I stand up or when I sit down for long periods of time, my right knee gets stiff. And so I do have pain that I take for my knee. And once I take it for my knee, it feels pretty good. Um, Another one, also, to doctors don't always prepare you for the emotional toll. Being told, again, when you have breast cancer, it is a emotional roller coaster. There are days where you feel pretty good about yourself. And then there are days when it just sometimes it's just seems like it is just overwhelming, and you just want to lay there and bawl like a baby. I've had those days. And some days I still do feel like that, like it's just too much. But I pray and I ask God, and I say, God, I know there's somebody else worse off than this. So I thank you for another day. I thank you for healing me. Also, you may feel pressure to be positive. Sometimes, again, do have those days, those good and bad days. But in the beginning, I would feel down. But then that's when I started continuing to pray and ask God to help me. So there are more good days than there are bad days. Food may taste strange or not at all. Again, the first time I had chemo, it changed. Of course, you lose weight. You don't want to lose weight that way. Um, my food, my taste did change. I the first time I started eating after the chemo, felt a little nauseous, but after that, the second time I had chemo, my again it was stronger. My taste buds and my smell um, are different. I could taste stuff uh, a little bit better, but considering the alternative, your immune system may need real protection. That I will agree. You do need to protect your immune system. You got a lot of this time of year, and a lot of people are getting sick. And I find myself where I'm working at. A lot of people are not considerate. They're coughing, not even bothering covering their mouths. They have their children coughing, and I don't have my mask. And I am taking something for that. But again, your immune system does need real protection as far as like any vitamins or anything I recommend. That's something you would need to check with your doctor on. Body image struggles do not end with surgery. Each survivor's journey is different. So don't compare your different surgeries or processes or things like that with another survivor. Of course, you can talk about it, but each case is different. You become your own advocate. Absolutely. Sometimes they may try to throw things at you when you're going through the treatment. That's why it's always good to take a family member or friend with you because it's overwhelming at first and you're trying to process what they're saying. You're trying to understand what they're saying. And it's always, again, to take someone with it, your family member. Another thing, too, financial stress is common. I have heard of people going bankrupt trying to finance their cancer treatment. That is just absolutely ridiculous. That's why, whenever I get a chance, I meet with my local legislators and to discuss funding for upcoming cancer bills and to get their support. So when that bill comes across their desk, I could already know I have their support. That's why I have a relationship with each one of them. Senator Haley Stevens, Alyssa Slockins, her mother had breast cancer. She died of breast cancer. And Gary Stevens, I'm sorry, Senator Gary. Also, too, intimacy may change that I can't comment on. Again, not everyone understands triple negative breast cancer survivor. I know they have a lot, there are a lot of different types of cancer out there. Triple negative is one of the aggressive ones, mainly common in Black women. And that's why I am an ambassador with the American Cancer Society Voices of Black Women. Talk about how the health disparities with the Black women. Also, strength doesn't always look strong. Sometimes just saying that you're tired and you just want to have relaxation, that's a form of showing that you're strong, that you just can't keep going and going and going and going. At some point, you need to stop. So another one also too, you may discover your new purpose. That one here, I may have to agree with that. Here it is. The first time I had breast cancer, I ended up, I didn't share with anyone My family knew, but outside of that, I didn't because I didn't want anyone to know, because I don't like anyone in my business, because I'm a person that likes keeping my business to myself. The second time I got breast cancer, that was traumatic. But being diagnosed again for the third time, my God. And my family was telling me that sometimes you don't go through things for yourself, you go through things to help others. So, as a result of that, I'm very active in the cancer community, speaking on health disparities wherever I can get my foot in, wherever I can get people to listen, where I can share my story, to be proactive about your health. Um, I am definitely in for it. My last appointment with the oncologist, it's been, I go yearly, but with my last appointment 7 years ago, there is not, or my experience has been, did not recommend any places where you go where you can gain support. Again, to each his own on that one, but that's just been my experience. And so I just wanted to stop in, and please feel free to let me know what has been your experience internationally. Let me know what state you're from. How did you find this video? Do you find this message encouraging? Are there any other topics that you want me to talk on? I would be more than happy to do that. And I want to sign off by saying, may God continue to bless you. Again, happy, healthy, prosperous new year. Again, this is going to be an ongoing series. And I just wanted to, again, just stop in and just to share something else that I have learned um, along this journey. Peace.